What if I told you that one of the healthiest things that you could do every single day doesn't require supplements, detoxes, or a complicated meal plan, and yet people aren't getting enough of it still? Today, I'm going to show you the easiest ways to incorporate leafy greens into your everyday life, even if you hate salads, you only cook once a week, or you don't even know what to do. And before this video is over, you're going to know how much you should be eating, the common mistakes that people make, and I'm going to share my favorite realistic strategies that's helped me stay consistent over the years. Veg Mom Go. You already know. If this is your first time, welcome. If it's not, I knew you'd be back. Hi, I'm Carletta, your plant-based strategist with Veg Mom Go. I've been eating like this for over a decade, and one of the habits that's really made a difference over my time is definitely been adding leafy greens. And it's not because someone told me I had to or what I should do. It's actually because I've done the research and really dived deep into all the nutrition that you get and how easy you can incorporate it in your everyday life. And today, I'll be showing you exactly how. Now, I always like to make this disclaimer. I am not a medical professional, and you should take your medical advice from a medical professional. I'm just a certified nutrition coach, so I help with nutrition, and I like to share things that I actually use in my everyday life, as well as I share with clients. We hear all the time, you need leafy greens, leafy vegetables, whatever. But no one tells you exactly why. Now, leafy greens are packed with all kinds of nutrients. Let's look here. We have folate, vitamin K, vitamin C, vitamin A, magnesium, potassium, iron. And let's not forget the nitrates, which supports our blood flow. So every time people talk about having high blood pressure, I'm like, oh, are you getting your leafy greens in? Now, we talked about all those vitamins and minerals, but let's talk about the main part. They're also naturally rich in fiber. They help you stay fuller longer. They make sure your gut microbiome is fed. They support with digestion, and they help with blood sugar balance. All of this, and is one of the highest nutrition per calorie balanced foods. Now, here's a practical question. How much should you actually eat? A realistic goal for most adults is about 1.5 to 2 cups of cooked leafy greens. Or you can do 2 to 3 cups of raw leafy greens per day. Now, I know it might sound like a lot, but once I show you these strategies that you can use, it's going to be pretty easy, and you're going to wonder, why wasn't I not doing this before? Now, these are my top 10 ways to incorporate leafy greens. And you're like, 10? There's that many ways? Yes, it's that easy. There's this many ways. Number 1, making it into a smoothie. Now, you see me make these smoothies every single day. I make a leafy green or a green smoothie every single day, and I incorporate leafy greens. Like, it's pretty much over half of that blender. Now, you can freeze your leafy greens so that it can last a lot longer, but you know, if you're making these smoothies every single day, you can just leave it in the refrigerator, and that way it stays fresher, and it actually has a different texture than when you have it when it's frozen. And to be realistic, when people see it, they're like, oh my gosh, it's so green. And then depending on what kind of berries, it's not green at all. The main thing is you don't taste the greens. You don't taste the texture. You don't taste the chlorophyll that's going through it. You honestly taste all of the fruits that you put on top of it, and that's what's making the flavor a lot more palatable. Now, I'm also a classroom teacher, and there's been several times where I come in with my big leafy, my big smoothie, and my students are like, oh my gosh, it looks so delicious. Can I have a taste? And I'm like, if I haven't tasted out of it, I'm like, look, you can get a little spoon, a little whatever. And every time they taste it, they're always so shocked. They're like, I just knew I was going to taste vegetables. And I'm like, it's just a smoothie, guys. And the main thing is using fruits that are going to overpower that taste. So I use a lot of mangoes, bananas, and pineapples. And then I also incorporate berries so that I can get those extra antioxidants. Now, of course, you can use other things like chia seeds and flax seeds in there. I love to have a healthy fat just so I can absorb all the fat-soluble vitamins that are in there. But it's up to you what's easier for you. Some people like to add protein powder. I like adding protein powder too. It just depends on the day or what I have in my pantry. Number 2, stirring it into soups. So you know it's easy to make a soup. You normally have to have a base of vegetables and a vegetable broth, and then you add anything else that you would like. The thing is, adding greens to this is super easy. You're just going to sprinkle it at the end when you've already cooked everything else down. You still want to have some kind of bite to it. You don't want to cook out all the nutrients. You want to actually have it there. So once you add it to the end, it'll kind of wither up a little bit, but it will be delicious and it will add another texture to your soup. Number 3, add it to pasta. This is even more easy than the soup. You're going to drain your pasta, and right after you put it back into the pot or back into a bowl, you drop all your spinach or your kale in it right then. It withers up because of the heat from the pasta. Is going to make sure that it goes in there, and you're not going to pour out the nutrition when you drain out the pasta, so that stays in there while you're stirring up your sauces and adding your extra vegetables. It makes a perfect addition to any pasta. Number 4, and no one's going to believe this, adding it to tacos. And I don't know if you've noticed since you've been on your journey, but adding anything to tacos makes it so much easier. I have several taco recipes because all I'm doing is adding vegetables to a tortilla and adding some queso, vegan queso of course, or cashew queso, or I'm adding some salsa or some guac. It is easy to incorporate any vegetable, and leafy greens is no exception. You can definitely add as much as you want or as little as you want. You can make fajitas, all of this, adding your spinach, your kale, your collards, and there you go. Number 5, throwing it into a scramble. Now, I love a tofu scramble. Some people like to make a potato hash. Regardless, all you're doing is adding your leafy greens to it, and you've already flavored it. So you're seasoning up your scramble, and you can put whatever you want, cumin, chipotle powder, whatever. Regardless, you're going to add the leafy greens to it. And again, anytime we're adding leafy greens to any of these things, we're adding it at the end. That way it's not overcooking with anything else we're using. Number 6, I don't have fingers for that, mixing in with rice or grains. So you already see that I love a good ancient grain. So that's barley, that's farro, that's brown rice, that's quinoa, that's teff. Whatever you're going to use, you can just incorporate it into the grain. Now, I know I won't mention the restaurant, hint, hint, a burrito bowl or a bowl. They add cilantro to their rice. You can do the same thing with any of your greens. Cilantro, parsley, those are leafy greens, as well as spinach, kale, etc. And you can cook it with your rice, or you can put it in afterwards, depending on what you like and the texture that you want. Number 7, sandwiches and wraps. So you're already making a sandwich anyway. Go ahead and put some extra leafy greens in there. You can make a roasted veggie sandwich, a hummus sandwich. Regardless, you're adding leafy greens. You can put it in a pita. You can put it in a wrap. And what makes it even funnier is you can make a lettuce wrap. So you can already have the lettuce be the actual holder of your sandwich or your ingredient. If you haven't tried it, making a raw taco, I know going back to the taco thing again, my bad. You can add collard greens. So I take out the stem of the collard greens and then I use just the leaf, and then I put my ingredients inside of it, roll it up, eat it, and make a little dipping sauce. It makes it actually really perfect, and you're getting your leafy greens in very quickly, very easily. No overthinking it and no overwhelm. Number 8, another way to add it is frozen cubes. Now, when you say frozen cubes, you're kind of wondering, does it already come in frozen cubes? You can buy it already in frozen form, but you also can blend up your greens and then add it to a little silicone ice tray. And that way, anytime you want to incorporate leafy greens, you take it out your ice tray and dump it in whatever you're eating. Number 9, incorporate it in your meal prep of anything that you're making. I know you're thinking is that a real tip? It is. You can put it in your beans. We already said you can put it in your grains. Anything that you're already making. And for my non-plant-based people out there, even if you're watching my video, which, hey, I'm so proud of you, you can add it to whatever proteins you're making. You can just add it in at the end. And lastly, number 10. I made this number 10 because you already know that I do this every single day, but yet I made it the last one for you. It is making it into a salad. Now, you want to layer your salad. You want to make sure that you are giving it all you can to boost the nutrition in this easy vessel of food. All right, so you're going to make your lettuce, but you want to make sure you're using different types of lettuce every time and incorporate more than one leafy green in there. then you're making your textures and your flavors on top of that. And we don't want to drown it in dressing. Hopefully you're making your own dressing. If not, you're also just buying something that's easy, simple ingredients. But the main thing is, this is an easy way to get leafy greens in without having to overthink it. You're just making sure that you wash your greens, and then you're using it for all the different salads you want to use it for. And that way, you're getting your leafy greens in. You didn't have to think about it. And I know that was 10 different ways, and you didn't even know it was that easy. Now we talked about all the ways we can incorporate the leafy greens. Now let's talk about all the mistakes people make when they try to use leafy vegetables every single day. Mistake number 1, eating the exact same leafy green every single day. You just can't do 52 weeks out of the year of just romaine lettuce. Okay, that is not going to give you or your gut the things that it needs. You need to make sure that you are doing everything you can to use variety here. And there's just too many different type of greens for you to only have the one. So that is romaine lettuce, that's butter lettuce, that's spinach, that's kale, that's collards, that's mustard greens, that's turnip greens, that's Swiss chard. There's just too many different things, and every single one of those greens have something to add to your body and different nutrition and different nutrients. I don't know why I said nutrition, different nutrients. Now, when we talk about different nutrients, we see that there's some things that are common, like vitamin K, vitamin A, vitamin C, etc. But you want to make sure that you're getting all the other things that each one of them bring. Mistake number 2 is thinking that you need more and more of this. Now, everybody's body is different. I definitely love having a high fiber diet. It works for my body. I just don't think that one size fits all. I think that everyone should read their body and figure out what they need, and this is no exception. When it comes to people who are on blood thinners, right? You should not be having a huge pack of vitamin K in your diet. You're also being prescribed blood thinners. You want to make sure that you ask your medical professional or your medical provider, your PCP, before you start doing things like that. So don't add more. You're just being consistent. Consistency is key. Perfection is nothing. We want to make sure that we're consistent with what we can do and that what we can sustain. And adding more and more and more doesn't mean that is better for you. Mistake number 3. I mean, if this was the 90s, everyone would be doing it. It is overcooking your greens. So notice how everything I said was something that you added at the end or near the end. Overcooking those greens is just oozing out all the nutrients and giving it away, and you want to have all of it. You've done all the work. Why not have your body get ready to have all the luxuries of all the nutrients of all the work that you've done, right? That makes the most sense. Mistake number 4, forgetting your fat. So remember when I was talking about the smoothie and adding the flax seeds and chia seeds, that's helping your body absorb those fat-soluble vitamins. Vitamin E, vitamin A, vitamin K, they need fat so that you can actually absorb that nutrients. So if you're doing it in a salad, a wrap, anything that you're using, you want to add some kind of seeds, you want to add nuts, you want to add avocado. These are all healthy fats. Oh, don't forget a drizzle of olive oil on something. This is helping you absorb that nutrients. Again, it is so easy to just forget about it. You're just thinking greens, but it also helps you digest them. You wanted to have it kind of absorbed in that fat to easily go down into all your intestines, and your body gets absorbed it. I know you're seeing me having a nutrition nerd moment, but it's so cool how your body gets to absorb all of that, and you make it just an easy fix just by using a healthy fat. And mistake number 5, relying on powders. Now everyone loves a good easy green powder to add to something, but I just have to be honest. You are getting some nutrients. No, let me rephrase that. You are getting nutrients from it, yes. But are you getting the same amount of fiber and full nutrients you're gonna get from eating the whole food, for having the fresh vegetable there? Most likely not. And if you want to, do your research, find out. How much nutrients are you getting from those leafy powders or those green powders compared to your actual leafy greens that you're buying from the store, washing yourself, and incorporating into your everyday meal? Now, to put myself in your shoes when it comes to making mistakes, I made a huge mistake when it came to leafy greens. Now, once I got into it, I actually was following Dr. Brooke Goldner. I love her. If you ever want to read her book, Goodbye Lupus, be a part of her program, she is awesome. And it wasn't like I had an autoimmune disease. I did have endometriosis a long time ago, and I got rid of it doing a plant-based diet. But I just wanted to add more greens and more nutrients in my body. I started using her green smoothie recipe, but I honestly wasn't doing exactly what I'm supposed to do and exactly what she says. You're supposed to drink a lot of water when you're doing big smoothies like that. I wasn't drinking enough water. I was drinking like at least a gallon of water, at least 96, not even a gallon, 96 ounces, and I wasn't drinking enough. And sadly to say, that is one of my downfalls. I love eating nutrients, but I forget to drink water sometimes. But it's okay. I have all the apps, all the beeping, all the alarms to remind me to drink water. So regardless, because of that, I was drinking so much leafy greens, that particularly spinach, that I was getting a lot of oxalates, and it was hurting my body and not helping my body. And that's when I realized to balance out the different greens. I couldn't just do just spinach, and she doesn't recommend doing just spinach. She has a recommendation of a variety of different greens, and yet I was thinking, oh, I knew better. Let me just do it this way. Look, we all are human, and we're all making regular mistakes every single time. You want to make sure that you are really looking and listening to your body so that you don't make those mistakes. That's why you see all those people talking about, I used to be vegan and now I'm not, blah, blah. I understand, but 1, work with someone who knows what they're doing. 2, read your body, know what should be happening. And 3, adapt. It does not have to be exactly what you think in your head it should look like. So that's exactly what I did. So I started drinking more water. I added Swiss chard and kale, and this balanced everything out. Now I still have my green smoothie every day, and it's huge, as you see. But regardless, I don't have to worry about it being more harmful than good. And that is something that you want to make sure you do too. There's one thing I want you to get from this video, and that is, do not try to make an overhaul of your health in over a night or in one day. We're going to start off with one smoothie, maybe a week, maybe a day, whatever is easier for your body to handle. One soup, one salad, one wrap, one sandwich, nothing crazy. We're just adding one and seeing what our body likes about it, and then adding 2 and adding 3. And me personally, I like to do at least 3 green veggies a day. That way I know that I've balanced it out, I've spread it out throughout the day, I've drank my water, I've got my body flowing with nutrients. It gives my gut an opportunity to rest. It gives my intestines a break from all the fiber. This way, I'm still getting all the foods, but 3, I think, is sustainable. Now for you, that might just be 1, and be okay with it. If this video helped you, please let me know in the comments, and tell us, how do you incorporate leafy greens into your regular day, and how often do you do it? And I know I'm asking you for a lot of homework here. What benefits did you see from adding these leafy greens to your life? Everyone loves to share, and I love to hear from you in the comments. And if you haven't, don't forget to subscribe so that you can see more videos like this. And don't forget to add in the comments what other videos you want to see. I'm always adding more nutrition content, and I would love to know what would actually help you in your everyday life to not overwhelm you. Thanks for watching. See you next time. And you made it. So Veg Mom Go is not just a channel for mini meal preps, but is also for people who want the nutrition facts that their body needs quickly in their chaotic lives. So join me for more ideas that will inspire you to eat on your best journey. See you next time.